What is good, my people? This is Kobe2408. The new champion, people have speculated that is going to be a Manta Ray. Now, this might be somewhat of an old post, but it's coming to fruition. They're kind of tying a lot of like lores into like the new champions, especially with Kaisa being Kastan's daughter. So that's very old. I mean, it's been part of Kastan's lore for a very long time, and they finally created a champion that is Kastan's daughter. So a lot of the, again, the older lores are they're tying it together with new champions these days. But yeah, a Manta Ray is going to be insane. But before I get into this video, I just want to thank my two Patreon supporters, Battery High and Leonardo. Thank you guys for pledging. I absolutely appreciate it. The first 5 people that pledge, I'm gonna have some really good stuff for you guys. I probably give the first 5 people that actually donate to my Patreon probably some RP and stuff. So make sure you click on the link in the description below to my Patreon. Make sure you support. I would absolutely appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for supporting. When you guys come to the live stream, I'm definitely giving you guys moderator. So yes, again, if you pledge, you get special things from me. It's only, you only have to donate $1. That's like nothing. $1 a month is absolutely nothing, but it just helps me out so much. Thank you again for those that do donate. Absolutely appreciate it. Okay, so let's get into this video. So this has been somewhat of an old like teaser thing, but I think it's coming true. So this guy posted a while ago, Void Worship. Let me just give him his credit. As the title says, my theory is the new champion is going to be a Manta Ray. If you guys don't know what a Manta Ray is, here is the picture of a Manta Ray. There is a difference between a stingray and a manta ray. A stingray actually stings. They look very similar though, and then a manta ray, actually his tail does not sting, but they do have a tail in fact. But back to this Reddit post. So they teased this years ago. First, we know the new champion is going to be a deep sea underwater themed champion, as we can see from this teaser right here. If you guys haven't seen this, this is what they teased, and it's going to be a champion themed for the underwater type deep sea ocean champion. So we know that for a fact. I don't think it's necessarily meant to depict the champion itself like this guy says in the Reddit post. Yeah, it's just kind of giving a tease that it's from the ocean, obviously. So these Battlecast splash arts are relatively old. However, they did hint to a winged Battlecast champion in these splash arts, which we'll take a look at in just a sec. But Battlecast Viktor, his back actually shows all the Battlecast champions. This is his back, what it looks like, the animation. However, here is the picture of all the champions with the Battlecast skins, and as we can see from the bottom left corner, there seems to be a missing champion with a certain skin. So as we can see, again, like I said, in the bottom left corner, it looks like a Manta Ray. First at the very top, we have Cho'Gath Battlecast, then we have Kog'Maw, we can tell that, and then in the far right corner, we have Skarner, and in the bottom left, not exactly sure what that is. It's hinted that it might be the new champion, the Manta Ray, that should be coming out. The top right, not exactly sure what that is. Something has to do with Skarner. I think it's the things that where Skarner goes over and I don't know, gives him vision or whatever. I'm not really sure what you call those, but again, in the bottom left corner, looks like a Manta Ray. So now let's take a look at some of the splash arts. First, let's look at the Velkoz one, because that one is extremely interesting. And okay, so everything looks normal, but if you look at the bottom right where Viktor is standing, just above him, we can see that that is the picture from Viktor's back. It looks like that Manta Ray thing. Here is a better view of it, like I circled it so you can see it a little bit better. But let's compare the picture to the splash art. So here we go. As you can see, it looks exactly like what the back was for Viktor. Again, I circled it again so you guys can see right there. Actually, let's zoom in just to get a better view of it. So here's a zoomed in view, and then this guy, I'm not sure who did this, but was kind enough to actually draw it out. He says there's the head, there's the antenna, unknown shape of the body, not really sure, you know, that's probably the tail, there's the abdomen, there's the wings, we can tell, and that's probably like a thorax or something. But absolutely amazing. I can't believe this has been teased for a very long time. Like I said, I know some people have like found this 3 years ago, and it's probably just now coming to fruition. Now we're looking at Urgot splash art. Now this is actually very hard to tell. However, we can tell there's a Battlecast champion in the bottom left, just underneath his guns where it's firing. You can see like there's this like shadowy figure down there. Here's a better look of it with the circle. That's what I'm talking about right there, and that like right underneath the explosions of his guns. And then if we zoom in, we can see it a little bit better. It's still hard to see, but I did an outline of this so we can see it just a little bit better and comparing it with other things. But before I do that, let's take a look at Kog'Maw's info splash art. Like, this was, I believe, up a few years ago when Kog'Maw's Battlecast skin came out, and as we can see, just above him is like this weird winged Battlecast skin. Not exactly sure what it is, but it definitely looks like that manta ray thing that we just saw in Urgot's splash art. So here's a closer view of it. As we can see, we can definitely tell it has wings. I mean, it has that head that we just saw, and then the thorax. It actually doesn't show a tail or anything. But let's take a look at Urgot's splash art now and comparing all of those pictures together. As we can see here, we can see the original in the bottom left corner. I circled it, and then I kind of did an outline of it. As you can see, now we can see the tail clearly, and we can actually see it compares so closely to what Kog'Maw had just above his head. I mean, it looks exactly like that. So this might be the champion that was probably coming out. Let me know what you guys think. I'm just, it ties a lot of these splash arts together, which is insane. So, and then again, we're getting some deep sea themed underwater champion. So I think this is it. And then probably a new Battlecast skin as well. Then there's a few other things that I wanted to show. As we can see from this picture is Shurima. Now this, if you look closely, you can kind of tell it looks like a manta ray actually. And then I have it highlighted as well, which I'll show you guys in just a moment. But Skarner has this lore that I was reading, and he's defending Shurima or some portal from some creature. And they said, I don't know if they mentioned a flying creature, but so that's what it kind of depicts, like this manta ray thing. So here's a better picture of it. And then obviously I highlighted it so you can see. And then in the bottom right corner, I just showed you guys, that's Viktor's back. So it looks like the wings are actually stretched out in this Shurima icon. Now, it could be just coincidence that it looks like that, but obviously Riot likes to hint at certain things, and they like to be sneaky and like hide, almost like subliminal messages in all sorts of pictures and stuff. But let me know what you guys think of this too. I mean, this might be a stretch, but it looks very similar to manta ray or what was teased and stuff. So now just a couple more things. It might be, again, coincidences, or just, obviously it might just look like it. Anyways, we have this Mordekaiser picture. So if you get rid of Mordekaiser's head, it's actually the sting or the manta ray in the back. As we can see from this picture right here, we got rid of his head, and it actually looks like a manta ray, except for it's upside down. So here's a better comparison that I did. So again, on the right, we can see that's Viktor's back. That's that skin, and I actually just flipped it upside down, and it looks exactly like the manta ray picture thing. It's insane. It's insane how these coincidences are like all tied together. But yeah, it's pretty crazy. There might be other pictures that I'm missing, but that again is very interesting. Another thing that I found that I thought was pretty cool, someone actually pointed out, this is from a Dota 2 picture, and this is from just in-game. This is a champion called Viper, so this could be something close to what might be coming out, the manta ray. This is kind of what a manta ray looks like, kind of like what a stingray looks like. So yeah, interesting, very interesting. As we can see from actually the shadow, it looks like Viktor's back image. Especially, you can tell a lot better from the shadow, which is pretty insane. So again, let me know what you guys think. I think there's probably a manta ray that's coming out for sure, and it's gonna be pretty crazy once the champion and the teaser comes out. I'll have videos on that. But as always, make sure to subscribe, like, comment, and share. Make sure you donate to the Patreon. Would absolutely appreciate it. But as always, you guys stay awesome, my friends, and I'm out. Peace.